Hello and welcome to another episode of Coffee Chat. Yes, it has been a few months, just doing things, didn't have the energy, and just trying to honestly decide what to record or what not to record. What kind of channel do I want to try for this to be? Because I always see stuff online I want to put my opinions out on, but I don't think necessarily I should or that I would. So I mean, there's always stuff I want to talk about, but stuff that's not necessarily great or be relatable to. So most of the time I just decide to not talk about it. And yeah, that's about it. Just low energy last couple months with this weather that's been up and down, rainy, kind of miserable. But now it's finally spring. Well, maybe not officially spring, but spring-like weather. We just hit about almost 80 today where I am, which was awesome. We had the eclipse yesterday on the 8th, so if I get this out too late, yeah, now it's timestamped. Woohoo! Did any of you see the eclipse? I had to watch it on CNN live via HBO, but yeah, no, I mean, should have just muted the damn thing, but watching the eclipse, I mean, it's still really cool to see. It's nice to look at, but then listening to these news anchors, they get a little too into character, if that makes any sense. Like, and one newscaster asked what they felt or what they thought of the eclipse, and one of the guy literally goes, "This is life. This is everything." And then just goes on this weird 2-minute long philosophical rant, talking really softly like that, and it's just kind of like, okay, you can stop. Please stop. We can go back to normal. Like, it's nice when they talk about different things, like the history of the eclipse, what different cultures felt about them. It was nice when they were doing that, but then they get into this weird philosophical rant stuff. It's just, ugh. So for upcoming things, I am catching up on some shows. There's one on Netflix, Delicious in Dungeon. I need to watch the last episode that's been out for a little while now, and I'll be doing a review. I'll probably have to watch it over again just to remind myself of stuff, but it's a decent anime. Obviously, if anime is not your thing, don't watch it, but it's kind of a twist on the cooking shows where they're eating in dungeons and eating monsters in the dungeon. So it's fairly interesting, somewhat different, but again, if you don't like anime, don't watch it. What else? There are a bunch of stuff on Crunchyroll I need to watch, or would like to watch. Movies. Really wanted to see Godzilla -1, but by the time I had an opportunity to go see it in theaters, the theatrical run was over, and then they brought it back. It's like, oh cool, I can make it, and then that never happened, so now I'm waiting for that to come on streaming services at some point. The new Godzilla vs. Godzilla X Kong, New Empire, I do want to see that. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to see it in theaters. I'm probably gonna have to wait for that to go on HBO as well. What else? The second half of Rebel Moon is coming out on HBO, Netflix as well. Didn't watch the first half yet. Plan to. Didn't hear anything positive about it, so I'm not holding my breath. And then the second one, well, we'll see. So, got a bunch of shows I want to watch and review that I will be putting on this channel, the main channel. And I think that's what I'll be doing. I'll be putting all my reviews movies, shows, games on this channel, and I'll be double dipping the game reviews on Coffee Chat Gaming as well, just so it's still gaming, and I want to kind of keep it slightly organized. But yeah, so there's that. I forgot the Amazon Prime's Fallout series. That is coming out tomorrow at 6 p.m. instead of the 11th. So I shall be watching that. And as I stated before in my other React video, I'm not a huge Fallout fan. I know some of the basics. So we'll see. Not holding my breath, but I did see an article titled something to the effect of what Todd Howard didn't want in the show because it might be in Fallout 6. So that should be semi-interesting. But at the same time, it's Todd Howard and Bethesda. They haven't had exactly the best track record as of late, so... But yes, I will be watching the new Fallout show. I will be doing a review on it, on my feelings and thoughts. Not necessarily all the lore and how accurate it is, because like I said, I'm not a huge Fallout fan, therefore I'm not extremely knowledgeable. I know the basics and stuff like that. Back to the cooking channel update for Culinarian Quests. I have many clips ready. I just got to sort some of them to figure out which recipes they were. I have a Fallout themed one. Good segue, right? Based around Nuka syrup, Nuka-Cola syrup, Nuka-Cola itself, and then pulled pork recipe with the Nuka-Cola barbecue. So I will be working on that in a little bit. That's going to take me a little bit because I want to do a little bit of a quote-unquote production of it. I want to make a silly little store and got to get all the video game clips together and sorted and just how I'm going to present it. So there's that. I have a Dragon Age 1 that has been sitting for a little bit, but I think I will be getting that out soon, as well as I might be getting the footage, some extra footage for it as well, just so I can do like another small production, kind of like I did with the Destiny Country Fried Steak. No promises, no guarantees, as always, but I will do what I can to make it seem like a production. I don't know how to say it without sounding like I'm being lazy, but if I get the footage, I'll put it in. If I don't get the footage, well, I'll just do a short explanation and get a Google image. So there's all that. Like I said, if you watched any of the cooking channel footage, to let me know what angles you like, if you want me to stick with the overhead or have the two overhead and the side, or just the side. I'm definitely going to be trying to do a little bit of both depending on the recipes and how everything's set up. I'm kind of enjoying the overhead one, but it does take up a lot of space on the counter. That's the only downside to that, but I think overall it's working pretty well so far. And again, let me know. I have received a couple of suggestions of how to improve it, so I'm working on that as well to make it more palatable. Excuse me. I'm not going to be doing every suggestion, but I think you noticed a little bit of a change going on already, so there is that. So please bear with me on that as I try to sort what's already been recorded, get production thoughts in my head and footage sorted. For the Coffee Chat Gaming update, I have a lot of footage working on now. I just posted up the Final Fantasy 14 and 16 crossover event So there's that. I am playing through Final Fantasy VII Rebirth now. There's a lot of stuff to do in the open world part of it, so I'm definitely going to be cutting all that down to do like basically main story walkthrough and stuff like that. Just quick first impressions of it. I am not a fan of the open world. I've seen it compared to some Ubisoft stuff like Assassin's Creed, where you get a tower and you get points of interest and stuff like that. And then you have all these different activities to do. It was fine at first, but when you get to the second area and the third area, you just realize it's all the same activities over and over again. The rewards is gil and XP, which is fine. You also get small points that can go to purchasing particular materia or magic items, but a lot of those items you can get in stores, or you will eventually earn anyway, so it is kind of like The combat so far is essentially the same, a little bit smoother. Different abilities now with the synchronization abilities, where you and a particular teammate can do synchronized attacks that give you different stats boosts for temporarily. That feels very Final Fantasy X-ish with the unlock grid in that regard, but it's not as bad. Still not a fan of it. So far, the story is playing out decently. Like I said, with the open world, I'm not necessarily a fan, but I can kind of understand where they were going, because in Remake, you were in Midgard itself, so you had a very limited or strict path you can go on, because you're in a city. And this one's a little more open until you get to like main story objective areas, and it's just like, okay, you're back to the restriction. But like I said, I can kind of see where they were going, like having, now that you're not in Midgard, you have more to do, there's a lot more to see and stuff, but same time, it's just like you're just doing the same things over and over again. And I think I'm at the point right now, I might not be doing as much as the open world stuff, and might just be sticking with the game storyline itself. So in the gold saucer now, I gotta prove the innocence of a particular character, so that's fun. And I just got a bunch of side missions popped up out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere, just popped up after finishing one of the main objectives, so it's just like, okay, I get it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, minus the open world stuff. Working on Dragon Age 1 through Inquisition, because apparently Dreadwolf might be coming out later this year. I'm working on that video, and as I will be saying in the video itself, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to edit it together, with the combat being turn-based and stuff like that. I'm not going to be doing like 8-hour or 2-hour videos. I'm going to cut out what I can, or what I feel like is not important. But that also means there's going to be a lot of menu cuts, so it's going to be kind of not jarring, but calculated, I guess. But if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, let me know. Where I am in the game is just getting to the open world traversal area. So I beat the first ogre in the tower. I got Morgan on my side, and I just went through that small town, and I am at the party camp. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, let me know. And as I say in the video, if you have any suggestions or ideas for gear and how I can improve my character, let me know as well for that. That would be cool. Been doing a lot of Starfield. I'm going to do a impressions video on that after this, because that's going to take a little bit longer than what this video is going on right now. So yeah, not too much else is going on. I have a bunch of other games lined up to play and put on that I'm eventually going to get to. I think that's everything for right now. I'm sure something's going to pop in my head in like 3 minutes, but oh yeah, I'm looking up and seeing Mass Effect posters. I do have an idea I want to work on for another quote-unquote music video, but this time based around Mass Effect and the Independence Day speech that the president gives towards the end of the movie. I've had this idea for a while now. I don't know why, I just never executed it. It's just weird going back through Mass Effect for the upteenth time and trying to get all the footage, and again thinking what to use, what to cut, and so on and so forth. But I think that is going to do it for now. I've rambled on for a little bit here. Did just want to give an update because I haven't done this for 3 months now. But yes, I'm alive and well. Spring is coming around. I do want to go out some more, get some footage for possible, like I said, possible ASMR nature videos, and just work on my photography skills in general. I think that's about it for today. So with that, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.